Hi everyone! Welcome to my channel. Today I'm continuing my stash busting series where I essentially plan and make projects based on the yarn that I currently own. If you're new here, my name is Hiju. I run the Instagram account by Hiju and this YouTube channel Knit by Hiju. I'm here to be your knitting bestie, so welcome. So the past couple of days I've been swatching a lot of the yarn that I have, and I'm excited to be showing you today the projects that I have planned out and the projects that I will be starting very soon. Before I dive into my projects, I do want to give you an update on the cozy cable knit shorts that I have. I am almost done with it. I did play some yarn chicken, so I had to make these shorts a little bit shorter than what the actual pattern had, but I think I like how the length is turning out. All I have left to do is finish the bind off of my left short and then to finish off the pockets and also to add the elastic. I'm very excited to try this on, probably before I block it, and I'll show you what it looks like. So today I have 4 swatches that I want to show you. Starting off with this one. This is the Hobby Tencel Bamboo yarn that I've been trying to figure out a project for. Originally, I made a swatch for the Lou cami for a knit along that I wanted to do, but I decided that the black yarn wasn't going to be too great for the Lou cami to show the details of it. So instead, I made a swatch for a test it for NewWaveKnitting. It's going to be for the staple tee. I think this will be a great yarn for a staple tee that I can just wear all the time. It's also a great fabric for a tee that I think, since it'll be a short sleeve t-shirt that I can wear during the summer, and the bamboo it's very breathable and perfect for a t-shirt. Here's the Tencel Bamboo yarn from Hobby. This one is in black. I think I've shown you guys this so many times before. I also do have the Tencel Bamboo yarn in this olive color, so I was thinking if I don't have enough of the black colorway for the entire t-shirt, I might make the collar and the edges olive. I'm not sure if it would look good together or if it would look nice with a different color collar, but it's something to think about. I haven't started making it yet, obviously, so I still got some time to think about it. Something that I love about the staple collection that NewWaveKnitting has is that most of her patterns are made to measure, so you can use any yarn that you have in your stash. Her mats will guide you through putting in your stitches per inch and rows per inch so that you can calculate out exactly what you need, which is, I think, perfect for a stash busting project, since sometimes you don't have the correct yarn or the correct gauge for a project that you want to do. The second swatch that I have is this one right here. This one is a Malabrigo Brios yarn. Up close look at it. This is actually using 2 different skeins. I alternated each row in this swatch as well to see what it would look like. This yarn, I was actually intending on using it for this staple hat, also by NewWaveKnitting. This was a test knit that I also did. However, I ran out of yarn, so I purchased a second skein. And when I got it in the mail, I noticed how different the skeins were, so I stopped knitting this for the test knit. I ended up making it in a different colored yarn. I used a more beige, like whitish yarn, and I actually love how it turned out, so I'm really happy with that. But I wanted to find a new project for this yarn because it is a very nice yarn, and I do really love how the colors really came out of this one. With this second skein of yarn, you can actually see the slight difference. This one's a lot lighter, a little brighter. I'm not sure if I like one more than the other, but I do like both of them, so I'm excited to be using this. This will be my first time alternating skeins, so I think that will be a fun experience. With this yarn, I plan to make the Cypress top by Renewal Collective. Originally, when I was looking at this yarn, I didn't have any idea of what I wanted to make with it. So I decided to go through all the patterns that I had, and surprisingly the Cypress top actually recommends the Malabrigo Rios yarn as one of the recommended yarns. So I thought it would be perfect for this. I think this colorway will look really nice in a tube top as well. The next swatch I have is this one. It is still wet and I'm still waiting for it to dry, so I haven't really measured this one out yet. I think this one will work for the Sugar Boo Bralette by Kadri. This one is Cascade Yarns 220 Superwash Merino, and this color is so pretty. What's the name of this color? Color 124. I don't think this has a name, but just like a nice little lavender, purpley lavender color for a tank top. This one I plan on making and kind of wearing it as a layering piece with some kind of either cardigan or a jacket or button up in the fall for the cooler weather. But I guess I could also wear it for the summer. Hopefully this will work out. I think if the gauge isn't quite correct, I will still try to make it, maybe tweak it here and there. And lastly, I have this swatch. This one is using Wool and the Gang Feeling Good yarn. I've had this yarn for a long time now, so I'm excited to find a project for this one. The gauge isn't quite correct, but I do plan on making the home v-neck cardigan, also by Kadri. Sorry, that's the home sweater v-neck, not the cardigan. It's not quite sweater weather yet, but I did want to start using this yarn. I think this will be a great, like a transition piece between seasons, like a good piece for the beginning of the fall when it's still kind of warm out but starting to cool down a little bit. For reference, this is the Feeling Good yarn from Wool and the Gang. This one is the color Lilac Powder. It's very soft. I honestly don't know if I'll have enough yarn to make this as long as I would prefer it, because for the home sweater v-neck, I think it is an oversized sweater, so I do want to make it an oversized sweater and have that big sweater look. But there's a chance that I might have to make it a little bit cropped, which I am okay with. I think it will be a really great piece to wear to lounge around in the house. I think that's about it for the projects that I currently have planned. I'm really excited to start all of these, especially because I'm almost done with my cozy cable shorts. So excited for this one. I do have two other patterns that I really want to make before the end of the summer. One of them is the Snakes and Ladders tank by Oops and Loops. I just need to find a yarn that I want to use for that. Originally, I was thinking this one could be a good yarn to use. I really like the color, but the gauge wasn't quite correct for it, so I think I need to just keep looking in my stash to see if there's anything else that I can use for the Snakes and Ladders tank. The other pattern that I really want to make is one that I mentioned in the first video. It's the Orange Trousers by, I think it's by Le Pool, and I do have the We Are Knitters, the cotton yarn that I want to use to make those. I haven't yet swatched for that pattern yet because I actually don't have the pattern, so I need to still look it up and see what gauge I need in order to see if I can use the We Are Knitters cotton yarn for that pattern. Just something I've been pushing off just because I don't have the pattern on hand. Oh, that also actually reminds me, there is actually a third pattern that I want to make sometime this year. I don't think there's a big rush for me just yet because it is a cardigan type piece that I could probably wear later on in the year. It's the To Tie For top by Vex Knot Studio. It's a really cute cardigan top that I think is a little bit more trendy. I don't know if it's gonna be like a staple piece for years to come. I was thinking of making that one with this again when this yarn didn't work out for the snakes and ladders pattern, but again, this actually did not meet gauge for the to tie for top. The gauge was actually very similar for the two patterns. Both patterns recommend using Wool and the Gang the Happy Cotton or whatever it's called, and I've actually never used that yarn before. It would be interesting for me to try it out, although the whole point of stash busting right now is not to buy more yarns. We'll see if I have anything else in my stash, and if not, I might have to put those two patterns on hold, and yeah, maybe it can be something I make in the future with the, oh, I think it's called like the Shiny Happy Cotton yarn or something by Wool and the Gang. I think I have a lot of projects planned out for the rest of summer, probably enough to go straight into fall, and I'm really excited to start these. Yeah, let me know in the comments below if you had a favorite of any of these, if maybe you'll think about making one of these patterns as well, and we can kind of maybe do kind of like a knit along together. And if you have other projects that you have planned for the rest of summer, I would love to hear from you, so yeah, let me know. And as always, thank you so much for being here with me today. I had a lovely time spending time with you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.